Okay, gotta adjust this. All that good stuff. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Gotta clean the camera. There we go. Cool. Alright. You can really see the landscape too. You can see it pretty well. Anyways, okay. Okay. So, headphones. Got my headphone. Gotta make sure well, not drop my tablet. I gotta make sure the live chat's good. Alright, live chat. There we go. Put that right there. My tablet already. Got some nice quality H2O. As an H2O, my gosh, this is gonna be an interesting episode. Oh boy. Long time no see. I mean, you guys saw me yesterday. Well, didn't see my face, but you know, everyday videos. But you know, it has been a little bit since I've done a review because obviously it's been a week. About a week ago, I did one. You all read it? Anyways, so episode review time number 17. Per usual, been avoiding the internet because people like to spoil a lot of stuff, and I'm like, nah, man. I want you guys to get my genuine reaction to what the heck's going on. So, yeah, dude. Hype. Let's see how things are gonna go with this because obviously last episode Louis kind of got oofed by Lane, so yeah, there's that. And then he said something about the Legend Festival, and I just bit my tongue, and that kind of hurt. But yeah, so they're probably gonna start showing off stuff for maybe the Legend Festival. Who knows? We'll see. But anyways, let's get into it. Hey, they show off first Uranus. Okay. And the intro, of course. Yo, it looks so good. The intro always gets me so hyped, dude. Now with Lane, with the purple aura. I'm still wondering about like that red aura they used to show. So like, I'm wondering, is there gonna be another Evil Bay, or is it just they're focusing on Lucifer and the big hits? Lane's the man to beat for sure. They're showing off all these legends, dude. And it's like, okay. Like, you heard about like the new dragon. So they show off Louis. Okay, so maybe it is the intro. TT is having us go so back and forth with everything, like, oh hey, like, you know, it's gonna come the order of the outro. But now the intro, like, it seems like it's going down that order because after they showed Louis, they showed Drum. And we got info on the new dragon, which I'll talk about more at the end of this, you know? Yes, I know about it. Obviously, I keep up with some things, but also I don't like spoilers about some things. So I'm like, nah, you know, that mainly be in the episode reviews. So, yeah, dude, Drum does come after Louis in the intro, so it might be Drum, and then maybe I got after Drum, so maybe in September we might get Achilles, and then maybe they are holding off on Spriggan. They're just having Shu because they know how everybody's really, really like hype. So, yeah, you know how everybody's hyped about the new Spriggan, and obviously even Shu being in the show right now. So, yeah, man. All right, here we go. We're getting to the actual episode. I was just looking at like the intro, seeing the order, which it might be in that exact order. All right, here we go. So, okay, they're by their house, which is obviously by the beach. They're both looking out. Hyuga and Hikaru. The flashback to the battle, raging upper. Got bursted. Saw Helios got bursted. And then they saw how, like, Louis got beat by Lane. Like, he beat us. But then he bursted Longinus. And Hyuga's frustrated. He's like, Probably like, the Legend Festival. We're going to train hard and we're going to get in it. Yeah. Okay. It's Ranjiro. I'm guessing Ranjiro's got to be a part of the Legend Festival because I think now Ranjiro's higher ranked than Rantaro is. Because, yeah, he beat him with the stamina. So I'm guessing he might be like the rank above him, which which would make sense. Then he sees them, he's like, hey, guys. Variant Lucifer. Probably saying, like I heard, you lost to Variant Lucifer. Well, he's talking about the Legend Festival. Probably saying, like, this Legend Festival, all the legends are going to be in it. Anybody who's, like, A rank. Well, no, anybody who's S rank. Maybe people that are A rank. Which, Hikaru, I think, gets to A rank. Let me see. He's like, you battled Lucifer? Hyuga's like, yeah, I battled him. Probably just talking about it. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Go. Shoot. Oh, are they? Wait. They're doing a flashback. So this, okay. We saw the end of the battle. And obviously, like, Lucifer got the burst. But they're showing what's happened during the battle between Lane and Hyuga. They're showing it right now. Okay. So how the wing stuck out. And he's like, what? There's a barrier around that bay. And Lane is sitting there all calm. Lucifer taking the center. He's like, it doesn't matter. Hyperion shooting in. Hit it, but the barrier sends it back. No matter what he tries to do, the barrier around Lucifer is stopping all of his attacks. He's like, there's a barrier around that bay. Can't even hit it. Variant wall! So we used the variant wall. And there goes Hyperion and the burst. And that's how the battle went. Okay, so they're fully going in detail about that. They're like, it was awesome. But you can tell he's like, I want to beat him next time. And then Ranjiro's getting all hyped up, like, yeah, I can't wait to face him. I got to face him and beat him. Reika's whispering something to Chuck. Hikaru mentioned the Legend Festival. Rantaro walks in. He's walking in real intense, dude. Why is he so intense? He said something about the WBBA. Something about the festival. Okay, so I'm guessing he's talking about like how they had the battles, like the tag battle, you know, with Free and Vault when they were there. Also the battle with Louis, and seems like he made it. Oh, yup. Okay, so Rantaro's basically saying that Hyuga, Hikaru moved up the ranks, and he's probably A rank now. That's my guess. He's probably like low tier A rank because of the performances that he's had against all these legends and such in these battles, you know, throughout the last few episodes. And I'm guessing that he's saying that Hyuga didn't make it. We're probably saying that Hyuga's like, you're strong, but you're still B tier. But it shows Hikaru and Hyuga the difference between your powers right now. And it seems like he's saying that Hyuga's not qualified for the Legend Festival because it's probably A-ranked bladers and obviously S-ranked bladers being the legends. And I'm guessing that Hyuga didn't make it. So he looks really shook. Yup. It seems that way. He's getting frustrated. He's like, I really didn't make it. I'm not strong enough to participate in this festival. And he ran off. And he stopped him. He's like, you have to start training. This is going to be the top bladers in this festival. If you really want to show what you could do, you have to start training big time for this festival. Probably something along those lines. He's like, you might be the A rank, but don't let that get to your head because they're strong bladers. You know that. Considering he lost to Free, he lost to Louis, he lost to Lane. Well, they didn't really face Lane, I don't think. I didn't think he faced Lane. No, Hikaru didn't face Lane, but, you know, he lost to Free and he lost to Louis. But, you know. And then it's their dad. Their dad's up above the beach, and then he sees Hyuga running like, yeah! Pally's saying, like, I know you're frustrated, son, but the best way to get stronger is to train. Somebody said rank 1. Let me see. What rank is Lane? Rank 1 in Class A. Yeah, Lane's, as far as I know anyways, he's number 1 in A rank. And I mean, they showed that in the manga, so it kind of like, some things in the manga overlap with the show, but some things don't. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So his dad's making him some food, trying to cheer him up. So they're feeding him, trying to make him feel better, you know. So it's probably his favorite meal, and they're both like digging in. It looks good too. Imagine having your dad be like a full-out chef. I mean, my dad can cook big time. Like, my dad's a former Marine, and he can cook big time. But yeah. Okay, the food's spicy, and then their mom's like, here, some water. Ooh, we got a battle with Ranjiro and Hikaru. So it's Ragnarok versus Helios. He's like, I'm gonna do this for Hyuga. Helios! My dad's a chef? That's sick, dude. The King Strike. Ooh, sent out Ragnarok. It didn't burst it, but it sent it out. It got the KO. Ranjiro's like, heh, you got stronger since we last battled. Then Hyuga runs back in. They're like, Hyuga. They're all like, oh. Probably wishing him luck, like, you know, I might not be able to battle, but you can battle, and I know you can do it. So show what you can do out there, okay? He's like, yeah, I got you. And then he holds up Helios. And then he holds up Hyperion. So now it looks like Hyuga's helping Hikaru train. Oh, it's Vault. Legend Festival. He's looking down at Valkyrie. Oh, it's Shu! Yo, it's Shu! Yo, we're getting a cutscene with Vault and Shu. Alright. But Shu's looking down. He mentioned Lane. Probably because he feels guilty, because he's like, he knew that Lane has sort of like some kind of aura around him, like some kind of evil aura. And that obviously he trained Lane, so Lane got even stronger by training with Shu Koronai himself, who I think is still ranked number 2. Vault being 1, Shu being 2. And, you know, he definitely feels guilty about that, man. Like I said, like, it's starting to go down that path. I'll talk about it more. After the episode. Got to see everything that's going on with the episode first. Okay. Oh, it's a flashback when he had first Uranus. He's showing some of the battles, dude. Okay. He's like, not enough. He's like, I need stronger opponents. And then Shu's just sitting up there like, okay. Wait, I wasn't ready. Don't drink water when you're watching an episode. Oh no. Oh, okay. I drank water at the absolute worst time. I almost drowned. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. They're showing the battle with Free. They're showing the battle with Lane and Free. I wasn't ready for that, dude. I honestly was not ready for that. Dude, I almost choked on my water. Oh my god. Dude, okay, alright. Whew, I'm good. I'm like saturated and almost drowned. Okay, I'm good. Okay, let me rewind. Let me rewind a little bit. I was not ready. Okay. So yeah, showing the battles okay with Lane during the tournament. And how Shu was watching directly in the front row. He mentioned Free. I didn't hear that at first. Free the battle. Like, free battles. So yeah, man, when Lane and Free faced off, Shu was the ref for it. Shu refereed it. They're hinting at Shu and Free too much, man. They haven't faced off since before the freaking Godbladers Cup. Before Shu even had his red eye phase. Those two need to face off again. They need to face off. I'll talk about that more. Like, I really hope they face off in the season, because that's one of the battles I really, really want to see, and I've wanted to see for the longest time. But we got Lane versus Free. They're showing the battle. He said, Free de la Hoya. He said, fire on Uranus. Probably like it'll fall to Uranus. 3, 2, 1, go, shoot! And he had the same launch. Okay, and Uranus hitting the ground. Okay, and definitely it looks like it has Mobius and 2D. So we have the same chassis. Yeah, he had the same chassis and driver, so it's Mobius and 2D. But it looks like it just doesn't have the wall on it. Free's looking like... He probably said, is that all you got? You're innocent! Yo, she shook! Yo, Free! He's like... So he completely demolished Free. But Free looked heartbroken after that. That couldn't have been just any burst. It must have been, he must have broke it. He must have broke Fafnir. It's a given, like, he had Geist. He didn't have Wizard or anything, because Fumiya had Wizard, and he was inspired by Free. He had Geist. Anybody who says he couldn't have had Geist because it was broken, what did LeBron do with his Leopard after Phi broke it? He fixed it. What did Shu do with Chozi Spriggan after Phi broke it? He fixed it and helped Iga with his battle, you know? And also my camera's doing the Harlem Shake a little bit. Sorry about that. See if I get closer, if it'll help. But, oh yeah, let me clean it. I might have got water on the camera. That might be what it was. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, okay. Maybe that'll be better. But, yeah. He could have fixed Geist Fafnir. And by this point, he definitely fixed Geist Fafnir. So it must have been like Geist versus First Uranus. And that hit, he was like, that wasn't just like, oh, I got beat and, you know, lost. That was my Fafnir got broken. Uranus shoots in. Yeah. Because Shu was shook. He's like, Shu was shook seeing that battle. Lane just smiled. And Free's eyes get huge, dude. He said, he must have broke it. He must have broke it, dude. He had to have broken Fafnir there. Because Free, every time he sees Lane's aura, even now, he gets mad triggered. He gets, like, mad. We don't see Free get mad like that, you know? Like, you can tell he just gets in the zone. He's like, okay, all right. But with a normal loss, like, yeah, there's a difference between a loss, you know. He had to have broken it. And then that would lead to it because Vault talked to him after it happened, and Vault said, I heard you lost to a rookie blader in New York. Obviously, Shu's probably the one that told him that, and that's how he found out. And then he went to Free to talk to him about it directly. He said, yeah. And then he's like, I'm going to win next time with my new Fafnir. Dude, they showed off that battle, and that Shu was the one that coached it. Like, he was the one that reffed it. They're hinting at this rematch big time, dude, because I feel like with that rematch, so much stuff's going to hit the wall. But anyways, let's just get into it, man. He looks down like, he's like, the legends will follow me. Ah! And the intense aura. He was like, Lane was just obsessed with power. And the aura off of him. And then Shu was going through the facility and he looked in the room. And then Lane made Lucifer. Cyclone Bay. He's saying it's the strongest in the world, dude. He's like the strongest Bay. Variant Lucifer. The strongest Bay. Lucifer is the name. The Black Sun. 3 different whammies with that statement right there, dude. He wants to be the strongest Bay. He's saying it's the strongest Bay right away. It's called Lucifer, you know, which we all know in this, but you're saying the name Lucifer. You want evil, that's evil. And, oh my gosh, dude. And then Shu's like, oh. So Shu didn't know. And he looked around. He looked around like, okay. Come on, don't buffer. Don't buffer on me. Don't buffer on me. Come on. Oh, the signal, really? My tablet's being dumb. Okay, you know what? While I'm waiting for it, there's something with the signal, you know. It does it sometimes. But talking about that, yeah, that's already a lot of big-time details, dude. That the battle between Lane and Free, Shu reffed it, and Lane not only oofed Free, he broke Fafnir. He must have broken Fafnir for Free to get that upset. His pupils got so small, his eyes got so big, he was like, Shu was shook, Free was shook, Lane was sitting there smiling. It's a given. If he uses full power against somebody with his Bay, I think they're gonna break it. And they're hinting at that right now, because considering how Fafnir just lost like that and he got that upset, like, I can't. I'm doing a review right now. Did you check the kitchen? My dad's looking for his phone. But yeah, dude, he must have broken Geist, and then that's how he obviously set up for Mirage Fafnir. How he's got Mirage Fafnir now. They're setting up for this big time battle. Because he's got to have, like, you know, he's got to have a grudge match. They got to have a grudge match. Especially because now he's got Lucifer. Free hasn't faced Lucifer. But also Lane hasn't faced Mirage. That's got to be one of the battles that's going to happen at the Legend Festival. It has to be one of the battles. It's probably going to happen later on. But, yeah, that has to be one of the battles at the festival. Alright, the signal's back. I just got to refresh and come on. Nope, a little later. A little later. Okay. Here we go. Got back to it. Yeah, when he's working on Lucifer. And then he made it, and then she was just like, oh. Yeah, the strongest Bay variant Lucifer. And the lightning. Then he looks back, he sees Shu. And Shu shook, he's like. And then he holds it up. right at Shu. He's like, Lane's become very dangerous, Vault. And he's like, and he's remembering the battle with Louis. Barasata! And bursted Longinus. And holds it up. He's like, he's become incredibly strong. He's become dangerous. Vault said, Shoo. Is that how it ends? Really? Who the heck just ran? Oh, it's Drum! Alright. Alright. Let's go. It's your boy Drum. You found it? Okay. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, man. I mean, it made sense with obviously the things about Dragon. It's Drum. Let go. So, Drum's coming back next episode. Then Hyuga and Hikaru fanboying. And classic Drum, dude. He's like, where was I going again? Turns around, gets all intense. He's like, with the red face. It's Ranjiro. Looks like it's Ranjiro versus Drum. Yo, he's got the same sort of movements. Ranjiro's toast. It's a given. With Dragon coming out, he's gonna lose. Ooh, they're showing off Lucifer. Alright, so they're showing the barrier. Oh, it goes out far enough to where it can't even touch the bay. Mobius. Mobius to me, definitely, like, at least to me, Mobius seems like an offensive bearing. Like, it definitely seems that way. A defensive bearing. Because it's got a bearing inside of it. It's just not as sharp as bearing is. It's more rounded. So that way it can take big time attacks. Like if a bay comes at it big time, it could fend off that attack. Like kind of how bearing does, but except it's actually got the defense to hold up with it. And also having the barrier on it too. Lucifer is going to be a beast, dude. It's going to be like a definite staller. And even against same spin, who the heck's going to break through that? Like, yeah. A definite like defensive bearing. Then they're showing the barrier on it. And it's probably the stronger that you launch it, the further that the points go out. Like the further the barrier goes out. So it's not as big as it is in the show, because obviously in the show they overemphasize things a bit. But TT thought about this, you know, so it's not gonna be like a Kerbex Blade Blast or Tempo Hammer Hit or XTS type of thing with it, because like it sticks out, but it's not gonna stick out to the point where it's gonna absolutely demolish its stamina. You know what I mean? TT thought long and hard about this, and even when the barrier does come out, the points are still up like this. So that way, it's not like skidding against the stadium like real crazy. You know, it's meant to be a full-out defensive staller. And also, like, yeah, a full-out defensive staller that you can't really knock out of the stadium. Unless you launch a bay, like, absolutely ridiculously hard, dude. But, yeah. That is sick. They're even showing Yuri and Achilles against it. Like, Achilles getting nice hits on it, but nah, man, it tanks all those attacks. And, yeah, man, even beats it with the spin finish. It's not easy doing that against Achilles, you know, like beating it in full-out power. And that launcher, dude, looks so sick. All right, the outro, Vault, Ranjiro, Cisco, Free, Louis, Shu, Iga, Ranjiro, Drum, Rika, Chuck, Gun, Hikaru, and Hyuga grabbing the bays. All right, I just got to watch the outro. It's one of my favorite outros, dude. It looks so good. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, so I'm kind of surprised. I guess this was sort of a filler episode. They really wanted to like fill in some of the details for things for us before getting into Legend Festival. So they're hyping up the Legend Festival. They explain things with the story still. So Hyuga's not going to be in it because he's rank B still. Hikaru got bumped up to rank A, so that's how he can enter this festival. So it's probably everybody that's rank A up. Everybody in rank A, everybody in rank S. And that's how they go up the chain and such, you know what I mean? But they just saw, like, Hyuga's not being strong enough quite yet. You know that's going to bump him out big time. So battles that happen afterwards, he's going to, like, I mean, Hyuga probably will even, like, do some battles probably with some bladers on the outside of the actual festival battles, you know. and show off like him getting stronger and such, facing off against all these legends and stuff too. And it'll be cool if they have it where like he gets that much stronger because he's facing all these legends. So, yeah, dude. They furthered the story with Lane and Shu. So Shu didn't know that Lane made Lucifer. Lane made that under his own power without Shu knowing, and then he finished it as soon as Shu showed up. And first Uranus was already crazy, destructive, strong, to where it broke Geist Fafnir. It had to have broken it, because Free over a loss, a regular loss, would not get that upset about it. You know what I mean? He'd be like, okay, we definitely, like, you know, like, I need to definitely get stronger and such. If Free would have lost, he would have been like, okay, I'll get stronger. Wait till I battle you next time. But this time, he's like, there's some anger with it, too. He made Mirage, and he's coming straight for Lane. So they're hyping up that big-time battle, dude. They're hyping up that huge battle. Let me see. What are the comments? Bay didn't break. That was an act of friendship, and someone lied to me. Okay. In the show, in the show, when Drum faced Gwyn, Delta lent him Master. So they had that combined bond and such with their bays. But in the manga, Imperial, this is in the manga. This is how it shows they're different. In the manga, Imperial got a little damage during the battle with Big Bang Genesis. And because of that, Delta gave him Master. It was the same end, but like the events were a bit different. So in the show, Imperial didn't break. Delta just lent him it, you know? But in the manga, Imperial got damaged, and then Delta lent it, you know? So it shows the difference. You can't always say that something's immediately going to happen in the show because it happens in the manga. You know, there are key differences with it. Some things overlap. Like, for example, the battle between Louis and Lane. When it happened in the manga, it was a burst by Lucifer. What happened in the show? A burst by Lucifer. So some things will cross over, but not everything does. There's big differentiations with some things with the manga and the show. Just explain that for anybody who doesn't understand that. So we got to just go with, like, don't believe everything until we see it in the show. So, yeah, man. Are you getting Uranus? It's pretty rare and expensive, I think. Yeah, I'm getting first Uranus for sure, dude. After how much they hyped it up, especially with this episode, I gotta get it. You know, I definitely gotta get it. But yeah, dude, it's just wild. First Uranus was that destructively strong, and then he decided to upgrade it from first Uranus to variant Lucifer. And it's like, oh, all right. So there's so many different questions with this. Like, obviously, all eyes are on the Legend Festival now, because we're going to have legends come back for it that we haven't seen in a minute. It's going to be how they probably introduce some bladers with their new bays. I mean, we're getting Drum next episode, which this is hinting towards, like, the intro being the actual order which the characters are coming. Because in the intro, after Louis, it was Drum. I was honestly surprised about this. But, you know, Drum showing up next episode, that pattern's there. And maybe it's showing, like, when their bays are all going to come. Maybe out of all these legends, they do hold off on Spriggan being the last one they put out, because they know how hype everybody is for it. For now, they can just explain the dialogue with Shu. You know? And just even having Shu come back. They can just, you know, everybody be hyped about Shu, because we all know the new Spriggan's coming. TT's just holding off on it because Shu's the #1 loved character in Japan. And, you know, they don't want to put Spriggan out yet. I was thinking maybe we get it August, but seems like maybe not, and that's all right. You know, that's okay. But definitely, that means we're going to get it in Vault. So we're going to be, oh, I read that and I said Vault. That means we're going to be getting it maybe in like September, October. Nah, probably, I'd say October is probably when we're going to get Spriggan. You know, so, yeah, Drum coming back. Anybody who hasn't heard, there's a new dragon that's been announced. It's called Tempest Dragon. It has 1A, so it has the same chassis as Super Hyperion does, and it has Charge Metal. Which, anybody who knows, Charge already has metal on it. So that means they're just going to add more metal to Charge, which I'm not even upset about that, honestly, because that means, like, you know, it'll make it where it's kind of like an iron or metal flat type of tip, so it'll have more stamina with it. So it'll be a Charge, and Charge is still really, really heavy and such, but since it's going to be metal, that means it's going to have more stamina. That means it's going to spin longer. So it'll have the big time heavy weight and hitting power of charge, but it'll have even more metal on it, more weight with it, and then also more stamina because it's going to be like a metal flat, like a metal flat charge. You know, that's my guess on it anyways. So, I mean, I'm hyped for it regardless. And Dragon looks really, really sick. And I think the gimmick for it is that it's either like you launch it really hard and then the points will stick back on it. It looks like a combination of both Imperial and Ace. But it's either like, I don't know if they're going to have it where it's like as it battles, those points go back like Imperial did, or if it's just like you launch it hard enough and those points go out and then they retract back in. I guess time will tell with that one. We'll find out, you know, because it comes out beginning August, my birthday month, dude. Beginning August, starting off my birthday month with the triple set. And also, I'll talk about the triple set a little bit. So we're getting the GT triple set, triple booster set. Tempest Dragon be the main thing for it. Tempest Dragon, Charged Metal 1A. And then the other bays with it, let me see. I think there's Cursed Satan they put in it, which not even upset, you know. Yeah, like, not honestly like too upset with like Cursed Satan getting that in there. I don't know the parts we're getting with it. I think the driver, from what I've heard, there's a new driver with it, and it's called WV, which I'm thinking it stands for Wave. Like, you know, like Wave, it would make sense for it. It's a balance type driver. Maybe they're hinting at like Wave coming on a future bay with maybe, who knows, it might come on Achilles, it might come on Spriggan or something, and they're just putting it in here now to hint at it. But that's just crazy. TT putting in a completely new driver like that, you know, with this set. Or maybe they just leave it with that. But yeah, and then, yeah, what are the other parts? I think there's like a naked Diabolos in it. Like, yeah, and it's black and red, and it looks really, really cool. And I'm pretty sure I saw it comes with a Goku weight, which that's big. That's very big. It might not seem like that much, but like, let me see. Okay, let me see. The combos for the triple set are Cursed Satan, Arrow Dash, Hold 1D. Oh, Hold Dash, okay. So Arrow Dash, we're getting that. We've seen that before, which, I mean, that's still cool. Not upset about that. Hold Dash, nice seeing that, because we only seen that on Grand Valkyrie. 1D for being the chassis, that's pretty cool. And then Naked Diabolos, 11 Wave Goku. Yeah, okay, so it is Wave. It's called Wave. So, yeah, WV being Wave. 11, which I'm surprised they're using 11 with it. But Naked, getting that's pretty cool. And Diabolos, the second Diabolos, is pretty cool. But also the Goku weight, because the only way we can get the Goku weight, currently it was with the Rare Bay / Valkyrie, you know. So, yeah, I'm glad we're getting the Goku weight, because I don't have one. Let me see here. $5 Iga shows up in the Legends Festival. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe we get him showing up in the Legends Festival a little bit later on. You know. So, yeah, let's see here. Kind of disappointed Kerbex didn't have Paradox. Oh, yeah, speaking of this, the MFB set, dude. For the longest time, I've been wanting to see the MFB set, and honestly called a lot of the parts with it. I mean, some of them were given, you know. Galaxy Package says Jolt Dash, reality. It's five Glaive Jolt Dash. Called it, man. Not even mad. Not even mad. Some people are like, oh man, they couldn't make something different. Like, Jolt is so close to R squared F, it's not even funny. It's so much like it. I'm not even upset, you know. It's not like they completely switched it and put like a, you know, like a needle on it or something, you know. Like 5 Glaive Jolt Dash, it looks really, really sick. Then we got Meteo El Drago. Yes. Spiral Dash. Yes. Boom. Got that one. But it has 7 Vortex with it, which, not even upset about those parts, dude. 7 being a little bit off balance and still being a pretty heavy wheel. You know, giving it that much attack. And I think that it has rubber on it too, which really, really excited about that. Because, yeah, you already know Meteo El Drago bearing combos are going to be a thing again. Just burst version. I called it for the longest time. And now that it has rubber on it, it's going to happen, dude. Once that set comes out, Meteo El Drago bearing combos are going to be a thing again. But also, Rey Unicorno, I know has 1 dash. I think 1 dash proof Unite Dash. Called that too, Rey Unicorno Unite Dash. That was, again, another given one. 1 dash, a little surprised about that. But I mean, it kind of makes sense because like the sword look on it, and obviously Striker or Unicorn having the horn, which that kind of makes sense. And then Proof, because obviously trying to imitate D125. And then what else with it? Gravity Perseus. Yes, come on, man. Come on. They giving my boy Concern his roses. Let's go. Because I Perseus. I really like Gravity Perseus big time. So it comes with double O. Double O. I forgot the frame that it comes with it, but yielding, which not even surprised about that. Had a feeling after the Aquila remake, they're probably going to make yielding if they do Destroyer or Perseus, which they use yielding. But it's double O. I think it's Bump that's on it. Yeah, Bump. So, yeah, do double O Bump yielding. Not even upset about that combo. And from what I've seen, you could take it apart, dude, and switch it between counter mode and the regular mode. And it's dual spin, so it has the point underneath where you can switch the rotations, and it's dual spin. Heck yeah, man. And then the last one, which I know some people are upset about. I'm honestly a little shocked about it too, but I'm not mad. It's Hell Kerbex. We got Hell Kerbex for that set. It is, I think it has, what, Zero, Lift, and Mobius. Which, like I said, I'm not even upset. Like, Mobius being the closest thing to DS, but they're making it where it has good stamina, dude. And I'm honestly surprised they didn't do, like, a Paradox Dash. Because they could have, like, adjusted Paradox to fit Kerbex. But at the same time, I'm not upset. You know, I mean, Lift, got Lift on it. And then, you know, Lift does switch to 2 modes. Because that's obviously kind of the gimmick for Lift. Even though it doesn't switch like that much, Paradox does a lot more. But, yeah, you know. Like I said, not even upset about it because we did get a Kerbex remake, and also, they made it where you can customize the wheels with these bays. So you can take off the Pegasus, you can take off the Kerbex, you can take off the Unicorno and customize them. So there's like some MFB level customization with this, and it makes me so happy seeing that, dude. That's something I really wanted to see with like the Pegasus, you know, Storm Pegasus. And also like, you know, Aquila and Sagittario and such, because they're all one piece, but they're doing that with these. Maybe if they have some in the future, then they'll do that with them. Like, you know, they make another, like another Storm Pegasus, they'll have it where you can customize it like that, you know, but time will tell with that. But yeah, let me see. Let me see here. You should watch Beyblade. It's so entertaining to watch. I mean, I watch some AMV channels and such, you know. Like, they're fun. Like, AMVs are really, really fun. I love the music with them and such, and they get you big-time hype, you know, for, like, future episodes. So, yeah, just saying, I am an AMV fan. They're really, really fun. Let's see here. I want to see Gwen and Fi return. Hands down, they're both returning. They're just waiting. They're waiting. They're definitely waiting to put them both out, you know, like new Phoenix and new Genesis, because they can't skip over Gwen for sure. It's like they can't skip over Delta, and I really feel like they can't skip over Phi, because Phi only literally lost to Iga. So yeah. Kimbo, any updates on a new 3D printed bay? For now, no. I've got my 3D printed bays already, you know, and time will tell if I do different versions for them, if I have like evolutions or pre-evolutions for them or such. Time will tell with that one. But for now, nah, because I don't want to make like random bays and them not have any sort of meaning or such, or you know. And even if I do make some bays in the future, I want them to have big time meaning and big time, you know, story with them. That's how I always do it. I don't just make a random bay and such. It's like, oh, I got this bay or such. You know, I connect to my bays. Heck, I carry my Hydra everywhere. It's the bay of balance in my life, you know. Not in my pocket right now. It's upstairs. Actually, it's in my work pants because I worked yesterday. But I always have it. Whenever I go to work, I have Hydra in my pocket so I can just go outside if I'm like, you know, taking out garbage or something, or, you know, working hard or such. I can look down at it. You know, that's the important thing, is having that true connection with your bay and not just making a random bay. But yeah, let's see here. Kimbo, do you have Instagram? I do have Instagram. My Instagram is Kimbo_YT, like an underscore, like, you know, like a line. Yeah, Kimbo_YT. If you look it up, you'll find it. I do have an Instagram. It's where I show actually a lot of my photography. It's where I show off some things, like I give little hints at like things that are going to be happening on my channel and such. My thoughts on some things if I don't make an actual video on it. Also showing off like some of my artistry, like my photography skills and my video and stuff like that, you know, especially my photography, because, you know, I love doing photography and editing and such. So yeah, it shows with the thumbnails. Kimbo, Vault versus Lane, who would win, just in case they battle? Like, right now, who would win? It would be a dogfight of a battle, dude, but, like, Vault's Vault. Vault would be the one, like, Lucifer has that barrier. Vault's the one that pushes all of those wings back in. Vault's the one that literally has Lucifer ragdolling around the stadium, you know? Time's gonna tell with it if it gets to that point. If it's at the very, very end of the festival, that'll be scary, honestly. Because just the way they set up Lane and, like, how they set him up and hyped him up before he showed up. Now that he has showed up, how much they hyped him up with his bay by bursting Longinus, and how much they're even hyping him after with this episode. Hinting that he broke Geist with first Uranus before he even made Lucifer. That the man, every time he launched, he broke the freaking launcher, including shoes. This man breaks anything he touches. He broke the door when he was looking for Louis. He's breaking like multiple launchers. He broke the freaking rope that he was standing on. He's evil. He's evil. And Shu trained him that much stronger, dude, and tried to get that evil resonance from him, but it didn't work. And it showed because Lane walked out by himself, and how Louis mentioned the Legend Festival. He looked right at Shu and said, Shu, you're a rival too. You're going to go down too. Basically, like, hinting at that. So he's going for everybody. He doesn't care who it is. Whoever steps in front of him, he's going after him big time. He's the man to beat. It's hands down that fact. He's the man to beat. Even with these other characters coming in, you got Lane being ominous in the background. It's just a given at this point. But yeah, Lucifer is about 66, 67 grams total. It's a heavy boy. But yeah, Kimbo, when are you going to start the burst skits? I'll start them in time. Right now, I'm going to take a little bit of a breather and a break because I've been doing a lot. I mean, I finished the MFB skits and such. I did the whole entire review on my entire collection. I broke out everything from my Metal Fight Beyblade collection. So anybody who's wanted to see my MFB collection throughout the 8 years that I've done this, I mean, it's been 7 years since I've done it. The video's up here. All you gotta do is go and watch it. It's all there. And honestly, it took a lot of time to get all the bays out and such and set them up. And I honestly filmed it as I was filming the skits. So not playing crazy double duty because I was also limited on time because like not many days off and also working and stuff. But yeah. So there's those to go and watch. Plenty of content to go watch in the meantime. Burst skits will be a thing. Just give me some time because, got to get some ideas in mind and such. Because now that series is over, shifting focuses from MFB to Burst. We'll obviously have the Homage series for MFB with the anime bays, using the Giant Stadium for that. That's what the Homage series is going to be. Hope you guys are looking forward to that. Anybody who's an MFB fan, because these last 6 months, that's it that I'm going to be doing for MFB content. So this Homage series is going to last the remainder of this year. When it comes time for 2021, I'll be fully done with MFB, man. Because the skits are all done. Nothing left to prove for those bays. All the episodes are here. All you got to do is go back and watch them. 300 plus episodes. You're not going to understand everything after one episode. Plenty of stuff to go back and watch. And the burst skits are going to be coming. Big time hype for them. You already know because I tie in big time things with the show. I give roses for big time things with the show. Look how many homages I paid with MFB with my skit series. I did that on MFB. Imagine how much I'm going to do for burst. So yeah, you bet your butt that I'm going to be watching all of my DVDs, all my burst DVDs, because I did buy burst DVDs, and I've held off on watching them until I finished my MFB skit series, which I finally did. Finally got a couple days off. I'm going to be going back. I'm going to be watching all the way through Burst. I'm going to be getting big time inspiration. I'm going to be getting big time homages, big time ideas. A lot of stuff's going to start tying together. And a lot of things you guys already know are going to be coming, even with the battles that I've done, aka team battles. Just saying. But yeah, they're going to be coming. Lots of plans for them. And I'm really, really hyped about it. Got big time plans. And this is going to be a series that's going to be going for years, guys. I'm already telling you this now. Just for anybody who thinks, this series is going to be done in like a few months. No. It's going to be just like the MFB series was. The MFB series lasted me for 6 years, you guys. Imagine how long the burst skits are going to last me. Because I'm showing off everything. Everything that I get up here is going out there. YouTube into you guys and with the story and such. So just give me some time. Let's see. Shu will come back in September. I'm thinking, August we're getting Dragon. We're also getting the Diaboloses. So I'm hoping that Delta shows up in this Legend Festival with his new Diaboloses. Even if it's not the same parts, maybe TT's pulling a fast one. They're like, yeah, he has Death and Abyss Diabolos, but guess what? He's got Generate on it. It's not actually these parts. We're just getting you to get these parts, so you know you're going to want to get 2 boosters. So that way you can get the stock ones that are in the boosters, and then that way you can make the actual ones, and then you want to go back and get Master Diabolos because you'll need the Generate for it. You know, time's going to tell. TT likes doing some swerves like that, but time will tell with it, man. But I do want to see Delta in the show. He needs to come back in the show. We got Diabolos in the manga. We got to get Diabolos in the show. Come on, man. We got to see Delta in the show. And we're seeing Drum. Like, come on. Like, it's a given. And Drum never beat Delta in a 1v1, by the way. It never happened. So, come on. Everything's hinting at that man coming back. So, yeah. Plus the dream battles, dude. With Drum entering, with Delta entering, even having it if Vi comes back, having it when Iga enters, having it when Shu enters, have it where Gwyn comes back. All these dream battles that can happen, dude. Oh my gosh, even the thought, it's crazy. Kimbo, I turn 18 in August. Nice, man, nice. Vi's coming back. I really feel like they can't skip over him. They can't. And plus, even in the manga, when they had all the bladers around the table, I know like the manga and the show don't fully correspond, but some things hint at some things. But Delta was at that table. Drum was at that table. Gwyn was at that table. Vi was at that table. You know, the only 2 that were missing from that table with the legends were Shu and Free. You know, and then that's kind of where the battle happened with Mirage and Lucifer. And Free did lose it. Maybe they're hinting at that happening with the show. Who knows, dude? Like, that battle has to happen. Mirage versus Lucifer. You know, Fafnir versus Lucifer 2 with Mirage and now Variant Lucifer. Yeah. Well, not 2, you know, because Free's never faced Lucifer. He's faced Uranus, but he hasn't faced Lucifer. But that battle has to happen. They're hinting at it way too much. Way too much. So the Legend Festival has to be where that battle happens. But, dude, regardless, there's so much coming, man, and I'm really, really excited, you know, even, like, with things on the channel, you know, because it's, like, a new era for things on the channel, because, you know, new gloves, anybody who hasn't seen them, new gloves, all that good stuff. So, yeah. Vi is back in the manga. The anime is not confirmed. Yeah, it's not confirmed yet, but just fingers crossed. Because, like, you want to pay, that would be amazing to see in Superking Phoenix. And he only lost to Iga. That man has big-time credibility to come back, for sure. Just like Delta does. And we got a new Diabolos this month. We're getting it this month. Gwyn, who definitely are going to have another Genesis. They're just holding off on it, you know? But yeah, man, they can't end the Burst series with Vault losing. It wouldn't be fair. Nah, man, I'm calling it now. This series is gonna get dark. It's gonna get really, really dark. Like, they're hinting at all these things with Lane right now, and he hasn't even fully unleashed all of his power on all the legends. We've seen it with Free when he had first Uranus. We saw that. We just saw the battle with that now, and we saw it with Louis. He bursted Longinus, dude. Like. It's gonna be crazy, man. Let's see. Again, you cannot leave Lane with anything. You can't. You're right, Joe. You're right, Joseph. You can't leave him with anything. Because he's gonna break it. I won't be surprised if he breaks Harry. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Lane, don't you mess with that freaking what is it? Hedgehog. If something happened to Larry, I'm gonna be mad. Like, I'm gonna be triggered as Trump. But yeah, well, you can't trust him with anything. This man's going to probably break stadiums in the battles that he has. I won't be surprised if he does. But yeah, let's see here. I find it so cool when Beyblade characters' eyes glows when they use a powerful move. For sure, man. It shows they're using some of their full power. I hope Brave will actually awaken Evolution this time. Oh, it's gonna. After time, it's definitely going to. I have a theory that Lane is secretly Hikaru and Hyuga's brother. I don't know exactly how it will work. Nah, probably not. I don't think so. But for sure, Lane's behind some evil organization. Or some evil organization implanted him. This dude is so strong that he literally just showed up at a random tournament in New York. Of all places, New York. And he started whooping butt, everybody. Including Free. And he must have broke Geist. And that's with first Uranus before he even made Lucifer. And we're seeing Lucifer now. This is how strong Uranus was. But now we got Lucifer. And it's guaranteed that Lucifer is even stronger. So even if someone manages to break through that barrier, That's just Lane testing them. If they're strong enough to break through that barrier, okay, you can break through the variant wall. That's cool. But then you got to face the actual defensive Lucifer itself on the inside, which you know has crazy defense, even the way that it's shaped, and all that good stuff, dude. They're hyping him up big time. It's like I'm saying. I'm going to continue to say it. There's a big organization behind him. They have to be, because even Shu shook at how strong he's gotten and that he made Lucifer and saying it's the strongest Bay. Shu shook. Shu can't even handle him anymore, where Lane, after that last battle, went off by himself after breaking Shu's launcher. He's broke basically everything that he's come in contact with. Just not phased yet, really. He hasn't done so with Lucifer. It feels like he's holding back power. And he's not even using his full-out power to annihilate his opponents yet. Which he's going to do during the festival. It feels like he's really... Because Bladers during the festival are going to push him. They're going to push him that far because it's the Legend Festival. This could be the perfect stage for Lane to show off his full power, dude. Especially if he breaks the bay of characters that we love big time. Imagine the first break of this season, as badly as I don't want to see it, as badly as I would hate to see it, as I would just be devastated if this rematch between Lane and Free happens, and that's the first break of the season. Well, besides the launchers, like Beyblade break. And it would be crazy storytelling and irony if he breaks Mirage Fafnir. Because then Free he'd be crushed after that, dude. He would be absolutely crushed. If he worked this hard to get like this far and this far back to face Lane, for him to not only lose, but for Fafnir to be broken again in the ultimate form. Dude. It's gonna get dark, dude. Like, I don't want to see it. Everybody knows Free's my boy. I don't say things to be mean. I don't say things to be a troll or anything. I say things to be real. And I'm scared because TT loves their storytelling. And especially they're trying to wrap up big time things with this, and especially how ominous they've made Lane thus far, and the Legend Festival hasn't even started yet, and he bursted Longinus. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, dude, it's crazy. It's gonna be crazy, and I'm nervous. I'm really, really nervous. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. That's how I felt about this whole entire season. But yeah, I guess he went to New York because he heard there's a lot of strong bladers there, so he decided to go to a tournament. Yeah, probably. But who made first Uranus for him? How did he get that crazy purple aura? That's an intense aura, and especially because Uranus was able to break Geist Fafnir. Evil organization. Would it make sense? Yes. I'll even explain it again. It's not a confirmed thing this is happening. But if it happens, it'll be like, oh man, I predicted stuff. But I don't know. Time will tell. Like I said, elements from past groups, like the Snake Pit, like Dead Grand, like Hell, all coming together as a big time organization. Because you imagine all those brilliant minds coming together, putting their knowledge, their minds together, and being honest geniuses themselves, while also being crazy evil. They can create a blader like Lane, who goes in and goes on a complete tear. This group makes first Uranus. They build Lane up to be one of the strongest bladers, shows off his power with first Uranus, and it's how he got this intense aura on him. Shu's even shook at this, man. Like, for real. They have to explain how Lane got that darkness, how he got first Uranus. They haven't explained how he got first Uranus, how he even had that crazy purple aura on him, how he got that. They haven't explained really any of that. Even stuff from past seasons. Have Arthur come back. Why, people would say? Because on TT's favorite characters list, Arthur was at the very bottom. That shows everybody hated him. An evil organization, you want people that you hate into that organization. Even when Shu was red-eye, people still loved him. Even if he was evil. They just knew he was brainwashed. You know? But, for sure, man. They can't. They really, really can't, like, leave out some of these things. And like, especially like I said, if they have a new Apocalypse come back, Arthur would have his motives to come back. Eva would have his motives to come back. Theodore would have his motives to come back. He told Free, I'm not done with you yet. Well, he didn't say that directly to him, but he said it in his head. I'm not done with you yet. This could be him toying with him. You create this blader like Lane. You have him show up and go roughshod over this whole tournament and does it in New York so Shu sees it himself. Shu himself sees this, knowing that Shu is the manager of the Bulls now. Theodore's letting him be the placeholder and letting him think that he's safe. But then you got Lane come in. Shu trains Lane, makes him that much stronger. Lane facing Free and breaking Geist. That could be the whole thing of, I'm not finished with you yet. Breaking your bay. And then he gets so, like, what's the best word? So hungry to get revenge. His judgment's not fully clouded, but it shows when he sees, like, the aura of Lane. He's like, he changes. Free changes. To get Mirage. And imagine at this festival, he breaks Mirage. That sounds like I'm not finished with you yet for sure. And if that's a crazy thing that he foreshadows, then he could be more evil than we expected. Like I said, with the whole Nemesis crisis of Metal Fury, they had some of the most evils come back. The evil characters come back. That being Doji. And he was a part of it. And we saw what happened with Ryuga. Imagine we get something on a crazier scale with this, where all these evils come back, all with their own motive for revenge, and they join their thoughts together. They join their thoughts, their willpower, their ideals, their minds together to create this group and create bladers that are strong like Lane. Can't say this stuff would be far-fetched, man. Especially this Legends Festival. I'm nervous because Lane, this is the perfect place for Lane to show off his power. Like, dang, man. And Doji said they were behind Ziggurat as well. Exactly, man. Exactly, Galaxy. When it goes further in seasons like this, they tie everything together. And if they're tying all this stuff together with Burst, we've had some big-time evils. Ashton Theodore was the most heartless-looking dude I've ever seen in my life. He's literally set up in the booth like he didn't care who won or lost, as if he had a bigger plan. This could be that bigger plan. So much later, with all these legends coming back. You start taking down the strongest legendary bladers on the top ranks, who else is going to be able to stand up to them? Oh, man. It's making me nervous. Like, literally, guys, I got goosebumps just thinking about it, because I totally see this series getting that evil and that dark by the end of it. We haven't gotten that far dark with Burst. But in order to do so, we need the strongest characters throughout history to come back, especially those who were strong on that point where they were trying to break base. I mean, Louis just got oofed by Lane. Who else? Fi. Like I said, Fi only lost to Aiga, and considering his whole Lord of Destruction phase, but then he came out of that. It's a given, because him and Hart said, maybe we were wrong about a few things. And then he said, perhaps. So it's a given Fi's going to come back as a really cool character. They got to have a new Phoenix, man. They have to. TT, y'all got to have a new Phoenix. Because everybody knows Fi is the #1 character I want to see come back that hasn't been confirmed. He's the #1 character I want to see come back. So everybody knows as soon as if TT announces, like, you know, a new Phoenix, they show off new art for Fi, I know I'm going to have like at least like 5,000-10,000 messages from people being like, yo, look, Kimbo, look, go now. You're going to flip out. Like, like, yeah, I'm that hyped about it. But characters like Fi, characters like Gwen, you know, coming back. Gwen tried to break Dragon but couldn't break Dragon. These characters, you got to have them all come back. The very strongest come back. Because it makes that evil more credible. That evil's that much of a threat. And you need those bladers on that crazy level of power to come back. And like I said, even the evils for whatever group this is. If they do put their minds together. Like Norman. Coming back for revenge on Shu. I really hope he does. Because that's great storytelling. And them all having their own motives. Arthur coming back, trying to get revenge on Drum for the victory that he got over Hell. A new Apocalypse. Come on, man. You can't tell me it's like far-fetched. Like, None of it's confirmed stuff, but like, would it all make sense if it happened? I definitely think so, and we need a crazy build-up because this season's gonna get that dark. It's already shown, dude. They just showed, like, they just hinted at Geist breaking from first Uranus with this. Not only that Free lost to a rookie blader, that obviously being Lane, but Fafnir being broken. That means that at that time, Lane had as much power or more power than Fi had during his Lord of Destruction phase. With just that, him being a rookie? Come on, guys. Come on. Like, that's fully saying it. We saw the events with Fi, and Lane just did someone was like, nah. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm excited, but I'm scared. But yeah. Let's see here. I mean, Lane, not Louis. Let me see. Considering that Lane almost beat Louis on his Dark Aura, I don't think he'll be able to beat everyone in the Fest like Free, Iga, Shu, or Vault because they all can beat Louis. Oh yeah, I mean, there's gonna be bladers that are gonna put up a big time fight. But even when Louis started using some of his real power, you know, like a little bit of his real power, Lane, we saw the look that Lane had. He's like he's about to just rip this man limb from limb with that, and he's like, Lucifer! Like, it got crazy, dude. Just how intense he got with that, and he's not even being fully pushed yet. It was given Louis wasn't using his full power because he didn't use like the Raging Upper, I don't think, or did he use the No, he didn't use the Raging Upper in the second battle. He did it. He started using like some of his resonance and such, but he didn't use the Raging Upper. So it's hinting that like Louis wasn't using his full power then, but he can't sleep on Lane because if he does, well, he just can get bursted. Lane's no pushover, and this just showed it, you know? But yeah, dude, let's see here. I think Hugo will go to the dark side with Lane as Purple Sparks instead of Red in the opening, and he's upset that he's not an A rank. That would be crazy, dude. That would be honestly a crazy plot twist. If they have it where like he takes like kind of an Iga road, except on a crazier level, because Iga obviously got infected by Fi's aura, and then that corrupted his own, and that's how he, like, you know, started going on that tear of just power, and he broke winning Valkyrie in that battle. That was honestly Fi's influence that involved that. But if Hugo went completely to the dark side, and then somebody has to save him from that dark side, and that being Hikaru, that would be crazy, dude. That would be a huge plot twist. I mean, time will tell with things, but that would be really, really wild, dude. Having it where you have one of the protagonists become actually fully evil and working with the evil. That would be cool. That would honestly be a really cool level of stuff, you know. But yeah, where are you, Kimbo? I'm in my front yard. Yeah, and also there's the lookout. Well, you can't see it. Well, there's, let me see. If I back up, right angle, move out of the frame. There you go. You see that's the landscape. So yeah, it's actually a real landscape behind. You know, it's not a green screen or anything. You can't afford no green screen. But yeah. I think Louis went easy on Lane because he wanted to humiliate Lane with his full power, then goes in with his maniac laugh. Oh, he went easy on Lane. He did underestimate him. He underestimated Lane's power. But now he's not going to, and he's going to try to be fully, like, you know, try fully, like, getting payback on him. Who would want to do so more? I mean, Louis has a motive, too. You know he's coming after Lane, but Free is the one to look out for, because Free's definitely... in my opinion, solely left rotation. I'm not saying dual rotation bladers. I'm talking left rotation bladers with a left rotation bay exclusively. Free's the strongest. Free's the strongest left rotation bay user in the world. And Lane oofed him. And now we're gonna have Mirage. But oh man, I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. Mirage versus Lucifer is gonna be crazy. That's the battle I'm gonna be the most nervous about, honestly. Do you notice how Hyuga takes more interest in Lane than Hikaru? Oh yeah, for sure. Like even he was trying to be nice to him, even with how powerful he is. You know what I mean? Like yeah. Maybe Hyuga loses again before the festival, and he doesn't become A rank, so then he turns evil. I don't feel like he'd do so under his own accord. I feel like somebody would corrupt him with resonance. You know, that's what I think. And that resonance, when it gets corrupted, somebody pulling like a Fi even on a crazier level, maybe it being Lane. And then Hyuga actually going up in the ranks and getting stronger. And then slowly people realizing that. It's probably the higher ranked bladers like Shu, Aiga, Vault, you know, realizing that with his resonance and such. But yeah. Do you think Vault will win the Legend Festival? Because I want him to win and everyone here wants him to win. What's your opinion? It's TT. They can throw any swerve at us they want to. I mean, look at where we got with the middle era of a lot of different seasons, you know? I mean, what, with God, when we got, like, Red Eye versus Louis, we got the whole reveal of him being Shu, but then, like, being brainwashed because Red Eye and then going through the Requiem Project, and all that madness started. You know? During Season 3, we had it where Aiga was starting to get corrupted with power, and everybody thought Vault was going to win. But then Aiga not only won, but broke winning Valkyrie in half with his corrupted power. And then last season, we thought that, like, it was going to be like Delta versus Aiga, and then maybe it would be like Delta possibly breaking Achilles or such. But then we had Arthur enter it with Apocalypse. TT loves throwing those swerves. They love making it where, like, we think we know everything, we don't know nothing, and they're gonna throw in a huge swerve. They've done so for the last few seasons. Like, basically almost every season they throw in a big old swerve. So yeah, what if Ashton returns to Sparking and has his own bay? I have a big hunch that he might return for Sparking. I don't know if he'll have his own bay though, but yeah. Don't speak about that, Kimbo. I will cry about Free. Like, dude, Free's my boy. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. You guys know how I am. I think when Free sees Lane in the fest, he's gonna go crazy, beating everyone till he battles Lane. That's what I'm thinking. Then goes full power where his veins pop out and his eyes are glowing. Oh yeah, for sure. That's what I'm thinking too. And then Lane, maybe even then, he starts showing out some of his real power. He sees that Free's strong and he has to get serious, but using some of his real power. And I hope, for the love of God, he doesn't break Fafnir. I don't want to see it, but I'm scared. I'm scared we're going to see more breaks. Look how many breaks they've had already with Lane, with the door, with the launchers, with the rope that he was on. Dude. And that's just hitting at launchers. Imagine what this man's going to do with bays when he's using full power. And the bay's name's Lucifer. If Hyde comes back and slaps Lane, I hope Hyde comes back. I really do. I definitely see Fi coming back. Hearts or Hyde being the one that's up in the air, but I honestly do hope he would come back. That would be really, really cool, dude. So, yeah. Since Ranjiro's here, do you think Chozi characters will make a return? Maybe some will. Maybe. And if so, it might be just maybe cameos. I hope they do. Honestly, I hope they do. Because we got to have a big-time roster of base, you know? I mean, we usually get a pretty big roster of, like, anime base and such with each season. And, you know, I think TT tries to make it where there's more than the previous season, you know, with those bays. So, yeah, they got to have a lot for this season, you know, for sure. And we haven't gotten, like, a crazy amount yet. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Freeze Veins haven't come out yet. Nah, when he faces Lane next time, probably it's going to happen. Vault will win 100%. No one can beat Vault. Even Lane, Fi, Shu, go up against Vault. Vault will win against them. We don't know, man. Vault did lose to Aiga once. Well, twice. He had it broke. His bay broke, and then also Aiga beat him to become world champion, so he can't say Vault is never gonna lose. I'm just saying, guys, you know, I'm saying it's be real. Even Vault's lost. Let's see, imagine Lucifer breaks Phoenix with one hit, Fi breaks down crying while Lane has a laughing fit. Poetic justice, dude. Like I said, every character usually who has been evil in a previous season gets their bay broken, like with that pattern, or like, you know, the man to beat or such, you know what I mean? Louis, first season. I mean, Shu, it was obviously, like I said, I've explained it so many times, it was an accident that Spriggan was broken. People could say all they want to that Longinus did it on purpose. No. Louis' Longinus was about to lose with stamina, and then Spriggan couldn't take it because of the battle with Wyvern before, and it broke. It was honest luck that Louis won that. Same thing with Vault's battle against him. Very, very big time luck. But the next season, Louis was the man to beat. You had Red Eye Shu. Broke Longinus in half. So then Shu, being former Red Eye, you know, third season, Chozi Spriggan. Who was it? It was Fi. with his Phoenix, dead Phoenix, broke it. And then, what? We didn't see Fi or anybody, like, we didn't see Fi or Shu in season 4, so, you know. But then also Apocalypse broke Diabolos and broke Dragon. You know, the Bay that we thought was going to be evil, that was trying to break Bays, that being Diabolos, got broken by Apocalypse. So, Gwen was also trying to break Bays that was unsuccessful. Gwen was trying to break Bays, but that's why Gwen was getting upset. His corrupted power. So the characters who were either trying to break Bays or break Bays usually get their Bay broken towards the end. And it's like, this season now, who could it be? Who's in that role that could have their Bays broken that were evil before? Think about it. I mean, Gwen? Honestly, Arthur, if something happens where, like, if Arthur did come back with an evil group, but then they turn on him and use him as a pawn, and then they break his Bay, that'll make sense. Fi. That's that poetic justice part, you know? You fill in some of the gaps. I'm hoping TT does go this crazy with things, but yeah. Imagine the Fest every battle Lane breaks a launcher. That would be crazy, dude. Vault needs to battle Fi. That would be sick if it ever happens. That needs to happen for sure. For sure. I would love to see that battle, because they hinted at it, but it never happened. Maybe we get it in the future, maybe at the festival or something, but yeah. It'll be really, really cool to see it. But yeah, guys, anyways, my phone's low on battery. If you guys have any last thoughts, I'll answer them real quick. If Ashton returns in Superking with his own Bay, like next level Nemesis, the God of Destruction from Metal Fight, they could be using Lane as the new Requiem project for that. Imagine it's called the Lucifer Project. Does that not sound demonic? Does that not sound crazy? Lane makes an even stronger Lucifer than he has now. With him being as strong as he is now, we noted it with first Uranus. Now he's got Lucifer. Imagine Lucifer goes down. There's an ultimate Lucifer, in which it doesn't matter who the heck faces it. They lose, boom, they're done. You know? On a crazy level like Phoenix was. How dead Phoenix was. Every Bay the dead Phoenix beat, when it didn't lose, it broke. A crazier level with this. We need that, man. And even if it's Fi coming back and, you know, he comes back good, I wouldn't be surprised if Phoenix breaks if he does come back with a new Phoenix, dude. I wouldn't, just because how storytelling is, you guys, you know. But, yeah, imagine Lucifer ending up breaking Valkyrie, Vault collapses crying. I feel like he's going to break a lot of Bays. I'm really scared, because this man has broken so many launchers. Nobody's broken launchers like this in the show. This man is breaking launchers in the show like people break launchers in real life. I'm scared. Like I said, I'm excited, but I'm scared. That's my phrase and such. But yeah. Anyways, guys, guess I'm gonna end this off. My phone's getting kind of low on battery, but yeah, I hate how they did my man Vault and GT literally launch /1 and dip. It's plot. It's plot, because nobody wanted to see like Vault get oofed big time in battles or anything, you know. It was just like a whole trickle down thing. You know what I mean? But yeah, you've got to keep him looking strong. Also, Iga still looking strong because he only lost to Arthur. So he still looks really, really strong. And Drum, obviously, like, being the winner at the end of the last season, makes them all look strong and credible. But also all these legends that we know are really strong coming back. And they don't need any big-time credibility. We know they're all strong. We know how strong all of them are. So, yeah, man. How am I? I'm doing well. Anyways, guys, I gotta end this off because my phone is going to die really, really soon. But yeah. Anyways, this will be the video for today. I'm honestly gonna take it easy with uploading for the next probably 2-3 days, just because I've been putting out like a lot of stuff, you know. And Beyblade Dad's here. Yeah, okay, so your boy Beyblade Dad's here. Definitely, you guys, go and show him some love. Also, there you go, Beyblade Dad. So whenever you show up, because I trust you, you're freaking awesome. But go and show them some love for sure. But yeah, like I said, I've been putting out a lot of videos and such. You guys have plenty to go back and watch. If you haven't seen it, go check out my collection update video and such. But yeah, anyways, hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, be sure to slice that like button down below. Let me know how I did. All that good stuff. Got to end it out because my phone's about to die. But I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Till then, stay awesome and cool shoot. I'm up out of here.